case you couldn't tell, I make these videos in my bedroom because I'm a cool kid. It's the biggest room in the house and it has two giant windows that let in lots of natural light, which is perfect for making videos. The problem is that before I started actually making an effort with the channel, my setup and the orientation of all the equipment in the room was not the best it could be for making videos. You may have noticed before during most gameplay videos the face cam would look something like this. That's because if I turned the camera around to my face, I'd have a light source behind me and it would look like shit. On rare occasions, I'd use the TV on a different wall, but then there was less room and it was a pain in the ass to set up. So because I didn't feel up to working on a review this week, I thought that to celebrate 5,000 subscribers, it was finally time to make this room the best it could be for the time being. I half-assedly documented the process, but I didn't really know what I wanted to turn that into, so you're getting this. I'm going to run through some of the changes, why they're for the better or worse, and finish off by running through my TV setup. I don't know if people want this or not, but I hope some of you find it interesting or helpful in any way. On screen now is an artist's rendition of the original layout next to how it is now. The main things I wanted to accomplish with this new layout was to get all of my various screens on the same wall, as well as having them by a window to capitalise on the natural light source. The sun is on this window during the afternoon, which is good because I normally shoot videos in the morning before lunch. This means that if I want to have the curtains open, there won't be too much harsh light coming through. But even in the afternoon, that isn't a problem. The funny thing is that even with the curtains shut, a good amount of light still gets through, but I don't like how it looks compared to having them open. The first day of moving stuff was the easiest, the desk area. The desk has simply been rotated 90 degrees so that it's on the same wall as all of the TVs. I wish there was more excitement, but honestly, that's about as hectic as it will get with this video. The second day I moved the bed 90 degrees to give more room for seating in front of the TV. Just look at how much shit is under my bed. Boxes of crap, spare seating, bags of costumes, props, and large containers filled with Lego and my old train set. Fuck, I want to play with that so bad right now. I've also decided that I'm going to take a lot of the posters off my walls for preservation purposes. Mainly all of the Rockstar Games maps because I'd like to keep them in okay condition. Some of them have had a rough time on my walls for all these years. The third day of the switch was the biggest day. I moved and reorganised the black dresser filled with game stuff, controllers and all of that. Keep in mind that as I go, I have to clean everything too, which almost doubles the time it takes to do things. I then had to clear out and sort all of the consoles from the TV and put everything back together. It's a grown nerd's Lego set really. I'm currently in the process of designing and having built a custom TV unit that will be able to house all of my shit with doors to keep out excessive amounts of dust. But that hasn't happened yet, so I'm forced to use all of this old crap. So the overall positioning of all the consoles is pretty much identical. Even the PS3 is under this fucking table, never to be seen again until I get my custom cabinet. The only thing different is that the PS1 has been retired to make room for the Atari Junior. Good night, my friend. I'll see you soon. He'll be back in action when there's room. I normally use the PS2 anyway, so it's no big deal. And as you can see, I also have a miniature CRT here for older stuff and light gun games. As for the old TV, it's not hooked up, so it's just sort of sitting there looking old. I would plug the Pong console into it, but I'd have to tune it in using all of these shitty dials, and I really can't be fucked when this thing does it automatically. So the ultimate win with having this set up like this is that everything can be captured whether I'm playing on the big or small TV. HDMI is easy. The only things here that use it are the PS3, the Xbox 360 and the PC. They all go into this HDMI switcher into the AVerMedia and are captured. Everything else is a bit crazier. Each console goes into one of two composite switch boxes where I select which signal I want to pass through. That then goes into this thing, which is a disaster of composite splitters. The first splitter splits the signal between an EasyCap and the TV signal. The EasyCap goes to the computer, which is then captured via HDMI with the AVerMedia. Not the best way, but it gets the job done. The problem with this is that there is a slight delay with everything. So to fix that, like I said, the signal is split between the EasyCap and the TV signal. But that's not all. The TV signal is then split into two again, one going to the CRT and the other going to the big TV. So when I'm I'm playing the game, I'm looking at the direct-to-TV signal. The only extra thing is that the Atari only outputs RF, so that RF signal goes into a VCR that then outputs the same signal into composite, allowing it to join everything else. The final part of moving everything was emptying this entire shelf, only to drag it a few feet and put everything back in. What's good is that on the opposite wall is the other window, utilising more natural light. Wow, look at this dickhead and his massive green screen. I had this thing made for the workshop I was doing work experience at, but when the time came to leave, I refused to trim it down to fit the current space. If I did that, it wouldn't be long before I'd regret doing it. I'm lucky this room is big enough to accommodate it, but it's still a pain in the ass. So to conclude, not a whole lot has really changed, but what has is for the best. Even if it doesn't show in videos, it'll make it easier for me to do shit which makes me happy, which is the key to good videos, so really it's a win-win. I hope you found this interesting, and if not, well, shit, I don't know honestly. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I'm Square Eyed Jack, and have a great fucking day. Thanks for watching.